Hello, welcome to the response series where I read and respond to one-star Yelp reviews. So we just got a one-star review maybe 10 minutes ago, and here's my response. I will be posting the link on the Yelp response, and the guest who dined in can watch this video if they choose to or not. All right. This is for Sotha E. She says, I wouldn't come back here for what they charge. I would expect more food or more selection. I thought how they put the meat on the wall and showing the ounce was kind of tricky. My bill came to $700 for 2 adults and 2 kids. Wasn't worth it. ... For the location and decor, they price should have been cheaper. ... I didn't like how the chef or waiter was staring at us while we was paying our bill. Okay, so relatively short review. So first thing I did is I dug up their bill. Okay, so it's, let me read the ticket actually. Here's what our tickets look like. So table 21, 4 guests, 4 menu, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that come standard. And they get 4 choices, and then they get dessert automatically, and then they get a Migger D automatically. So that's you get for $75 per person, you get amuse bouche, house-made focaccia, beet lotus, endive cup salad, Simon soup dumpling. So you get 5 dishes, and then you get 1 choice of dish per person. So since there was 4 of them, main dishes to serve, share. So since there was 4 of them, that's 5 that come standard before on the top section, and then they pick 4 dishes from the middle section, and then they get 2 more things at the bottom. So for this party of 4, they got 9, 10, they got 11 different dishes and bites. So a lot of variety in my opinion. So she was saying that they expected more food or selection. I don't know what to say about that because we have 7 things that come standard already, and then per person you get to pick from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things, and each of these dishes are unique. None of them cross over. It's not like a normal restaurant where you pick a steak or a chicken and it comes with a side of mashed potatoes and broccoli. Every dish is completely different in every way. So I guess that's my response to I would expect more selection. And as far as more food, almost all of our guests don't finish their food because there's so much. We try to give a lot of food that no matter if even if it was 2 big local guys coming in, they would leave satisfied because yeah, you shouldn't go out to dinner and not be full or not at this price. You should leave full if you actually ate it. So I don't, and that's the other thing too. She says it was 2 adults and 2 kids. So on this ticket, I looked through the rest of them. There was no way that it was any other ticket, but because this one's the only one that was close enough, the bill came out to $559.69, and she said it came out to $700. So it was this ticket. It wasn't any other ticket because there was no other tables that were marked down as kids. So she said 2 adults, 2 kids, but the way they ordered for 4 adults. And I'm sure my staff told them, like, I don't know how big the kids were, but if they're really small, or not even really small, even if it's a teenager or 2 teenagers, we just offer to the parents most of the time. You can just share the food with the adults and just like there's no charge, or we offer like a mini kids tasting menu and it's $18. But for these 2 adults and 2 kids, they opted to do 4 full size menus. So if it was 2 adults and 2 kids, I don't think there's any way that it wasn't enough food for 2 adults and 2 kids if they ordered 4 adult menus, because our portions are big and you're essentially feeding 4 adult meals to 2 adults and 2 kids. So that's why the bill came out bigger than normal, because essentially instead of it being 75 times 2, it's 75 times 4. And as far as the Wagyu being tricky, it's pretty straightforward in my opinion, because and I specifically tell my staff, and they know already, they've been doing this for a long time, to really drive home the cost of our Wagyu. Like the board's up there, it's gonna be $13 per ounce or whatever it is, multiplied by that. And then they say, I want a 10-ounce steak. Okay, well, it's gonna be this price times that weight. This is the price. So they got a 10.1 ounce strip steak at $15 an ounce. And so it came out to $150. So their total bill was $559. If they didn't order the 2 kids meals, then it would have came out to closer to $300, because they added on a dessert, they got a drink, they got a non-alcoholic drink, they got another non-alcoholic drink. So they paid for 4 tasting menus, 1 Wagyu, upcharge for a protein, add on a dessert, alcohol, non-alcohol, non-alcohol. So that's how the bill got bigger. But yeah, like I was saying, the way it's framed to say there was 2 adults and 2 kids and same out to 700, I don't think that's, we make our recommendations, but guests are allowed to do whatever they want. If they want to pay for 4 adults, then they can pay for 4 adults. But that's the thing, is it has to go specifically for this party. It has to go one way. It's either it was too much food and I had 2 kids and 2 adults, and the 2 adults had to eat extra because you got 4 adult portions, which wouldn't make sense, because she says I would expect more food or more selection, but I don't know. I guess that's it on that. Unless those kids they're like really big eaters or something, but I don't think that was the case. And let's see. So I covered that part. Location and decor. Location, it's in Kaimuki. It is what it is. It's not. If we were in Waikiki, we would be more expensive. If we were somewhere else, we would be more expensive. So price should have been cheaper. That's an opinion. But that's also not being from Hawaii and knowing Hawaii prices. I didn't like how the chef or waiter was staring at us while we were paying our bill. Okay, so they probably weren't. So I know for a fact they weren't standing at the table looking down at the guests when they're paying their bill. They probably came by, dropped the bill, went back to the server station that was pretty far away, and then just kind of waited to, like, because if you're, so let me clarify, this is the last table of the night, and they were the last ones to leave. So the servers stood there, and I'm sure they weren't just like, they dropped the bill and they went to the counter and just stared at them like that, because that would be weird, and yes, that would be it would be bad. But there's nobody else in the room, and they want to be on top of, like, okay, customer put the credit card in the bill or whatever it is, here we go, let's pay, then we can come over, because we don't want to have all of our staff just like looking around and whatever, and the card got put in the bill already, or the cash got put in the bill, and then it will seem like, how come there's 5 people standing around? How come they're not ringing up our bill? So that's the thing, is you either get your bill taken care of right away and you're prone to getting watched, or You can be like at some other restaurants that I've eaten at where the restaurant's empty. I'm the last person. I'm not the last person, but uh, you're the last person, and I put my card in, and the whole staff is standing around, and I'm just sitting there waiting for like 10 minutes, and nobody came by to pick up your bill. So I think that would be the worser case scenario. Anyways, that's all I have to say about this. If you have any comments, post them down below. This is an open forum for dialogue between guest and me, the owner. And yep, see you on the next one.